Fishing for a little more positivity in your life? Welcome. This is Good to Know. We've got a lot of great positive stories on the line today. We're going to hook you up with the good stuff.
Like fishing. It's catching on like never before, and Idaho is really reeling in the anglers.
We've all been stuck inside. We need something to do, and something that can be done easily, close to home, with your loved ones, and safely.
The hobby isn't that hard.
It can seem intimidating if you've never tried it, but all you need, really, is a rod or reel, a bucket, and even dig some worms out of the backyard.
And fishing can be a huge stress reliever, great for our mental health, including the 4 M's.
Number 1 is mindfulness. So you've got that, you're out, you're focused, you're in nature, you're mindful. Movement. It's a way you can be outside and be active without being, an athlete. Mastery is the third one. You can learn a new skill, focus on something else for a little while. And meaningful engagement. And that's that part where you get those great memories hanging out with your friends and family.
What could be better? Crisp fall air, a tug on the line, making memories on the lake.
There's no better time than now, if you've ever thought of giving fishing a try, to go try it out.
Have we lured you in yet? Give us a little time. You're definitely going to catch the feels. This is Good to Know.
If you're looking to have some big plans in the future, you should go out and do it. Make it happen.
People now understand the need to slow down, the need to get out in the fresh air, the need to get your immune system healthy, to start moving your body.
I just fell in love with all the silliness in America. I just really needed that when all of the bad news was coming and coming.
So you basically just want people to understand that there are steps you can take to feel good and be joyous and happy.
Absolutely.
Every time you make a choice about what's worth it in your life, you decide you're worth it.
Hey everybody, I'm your host, Lindsay Boach, and our storytellers have found amazing people all across the country with some really cool hobbies. And our first hobbyist in Michigan has quite a collection. All aboard!
I spy.
I spy. The Vanderwall children spy with their little eyes. Something whimsical, something exotic, almost magical. They spy.
Guys, here it comes!
A train track.
Well, we're looking at a project that started out probably 15 to 16 years ago.
That's Jennison's Fred Vanderwall. This train Wonderland his nieces and nephews adore is all his doing.
We were really shocked. It was really cool to hear the story of how he made it.
Had won a outdoor train in a sales contest, and ran it around the Christmas tree for a few years, and was out in the backyard here and decided I should do something more with it. So I killed half the backyard and just started building.
Fred built Paris, the Netherlands, and New York.
I really like it that he put in all the different types of cities. So that was cool.
He put a fox, a pug, and a bird.
My favorite part of the train track is all the cool animals.
Fred created a garden where imaginations run wild.
Look at
His favorite part is the highest point. This angel is from his parents' house, and
that lights up at night into a beautiful pink.
all these marvelous colors and houses change every year.
In the summertime, I'll sit out here almost every night on the deck, turn the fire table on, and just sort of overlook the garden and watch the lights come on at night.
It's a Jenison community staple, and we have Fred Vanderwall to thank for it.
I knew in my head what I wanted to do, and it just sort of happened.
If camping's more your speed, you're going to love these cute campers in New York and Ohio.
11-year-old Lauren Nelson had big plans for her summer.
I thought it was going to be pretty fun, but with COVID going on, it was going to be not as fun as it could be.
But things changed one day when she was flipping through an American Girl doll magazine at her home in Attica.
And she showed us a $650 VW bus. My husband was like, that's ridiculous. You could buy your own camper for that price.
So she did just that. Lauren saved some money and started looking. A neighbor just down the road had this 20-foot camper that caught her eye.
And then the one day up popped a for sale sign and she squealed the whole way home.
And she started negotiating.
It wasn't very hard. He said 500 and I said 400 because that was the money that I had in my bank account. He said sold.
Then it was time to renovate.
It was a process. We brought home a family of mice. And so there was a lot of deep cleaning.
But that didn't stop her.
I was very motivated because I really wanted a place where I could just hang out like my own house.
The whole renovation process took Lauren about 2 months, and with the help of family and friends, she was able to turn this into this.
It's called Camp Hugo. It means very comfortable and safe. It has its own kitchen and bathroom, so it's like a tiny house.
So now you're the owner of a tiny home at 11 years old.
Yes.
The whole project cost her $800.
She has 3 envelopes that she puts her money in, give, save, and spend. I think she made a really good choice. She now says she's part of the tiny home nation.
She was able to turn her summer around and hopes to inspire others to do the same.
If you're looking to have some big plans in the future, you should go out and do it. Make it happen.
For the Detweiler family, seeing 8-year-old Joshua like this has been a long time coming.
It felt like so much of his childhood had been robbed from him.
The summer between preschool and kindergarten, Joshua was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, a chronic form of inflammatory bowel disease with no cure. He's in remission now, but will have to do infusions of medication as part of his lifelong treatment. With remission, the weight of chronic worry lifted from his parents' shoulders.
I wanted to be able to give him something to look forward to help him get through the times that were difficult.
That's exactly what MakeAWish does, finding its mission even more crucial during the pandemic.
To give them something incredibly special at this time, I think it not only impacts the child, it has a huge impact on the family, especially now.
Joshua's mother, Caitlin, says he had about 37 one true wishes.
Big things, like really big things.
One of them was for a chicken coop. One of them was for a horse to ride to and from school.
Horses. At one point I was wishing for an elephant.
He settled on a trip to Disney.
I heard there's a holiday every day there, like Halloween, Christmas.
But when COVID hit, the family decided since Joshua is immune suppressed, he should pick another option. So Joshua picked a pop-up camper.
They're really cool. They're like homes that move on cars.
Since the family likes to camp.
Tents, I feel like you're really crowded in tents and you'd have to sleep on the ground.
He got his wish in July.
What do you think? It's awesome. It's awesome.
The pop-up camper has been a big hit. The family has even spent some nights sleeping in it here in their driveway.
There's a little zipper up there and you can open it and then you'd be able to see the stars. So I feel like that's really cool.
It's a wish Joshua can share with his 6-year-old brother, Levi.
You know, he's kind of witnessed some of the hard times with Josh too, so it'll be a lifetime of memories.
A camper is just a thing that's not lost on me.
But for Joshua's family, it's a lifelong gift.
More positivity taking off, this time in California.
Anthony Oceanuga has raced his airplane at top speeds. He's performed aerobatics at air shows. But he calls his latest adventure maybe his most rewarding. The campaign, Reach for the Sky, We've Got the Ground.
And essentially what that means is that for the support crew that's on the ground at each airport that we visited, we delivered a COVID relief package that had face masks, and hand sanitizer, and then we gave them a mug just to say, hey, thank you, we appreciate what you're doing.
For the Valley Center resident, 44 stops in 22 locations.
My sponsor, Epic Fuels, put together this campaign, and it covered 6,000 nautical miles in my biplane, traveling probably about 160 miles per hour, all over the United States of America.
It was his way of giving thanks to airport employees.
We have the people at the airport who are like the guys that fuel the trucks, the people that greet the people that come off the private jets. And I mean, they're in interaction and contact with these people all the time, and we don't think about that.
And along his journey, Anthony also visited with kids to inspire them to become pilots.
There was a few stops in the way where people got whiff of me stopping in, and a bunch of kids came out that were STEM motivated. Like they're students and they're studying STEM, you know, going through the engineering program and whatnot. I got the opportunity to meet them and speak to them and tell them, like, just kind of inspire them to keep pushing through.
Definitely a flight of a lifetime.
Flown 6,000 miles with that message and making it out pretty good, right?
We're teeing up more positive stories for you.
Fingers crossed, it's only going to take me 5 swings to break all 5 of these records.
It's good to know.